Let's go! Woohoo! Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Nope. Nope.
Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum. Welcome to Game Masters.
It is Wednesday yet again, and we're here back for another episode of the Game Masters. She's all smiling. I don't know what she's smiling about. Probably bought something. What's going on, Brandy?
I don't know. I'm waiting for that pizza to show up.
Oh, already? Are we going to go down Pizza Road? Is that really what we're going to do?
Everyone's already talking about it. I'm excited. When's it showing up?
When's it showing up? Oh, man. Let's say hi to some of the folks in the chat room. We got Bryce JW in the house.
Yes.
These guys jump in early. We've got Daryl. What's going on? And Bryce was in again. Who do you got in your chat room? Let's pull them up.
We have Jonathan Ashley. We have Retro AF. We have Master Games Guru. Kevin, already talking about pizza, getting
Kevin
everyone
the
hyped
pizza.
up. We have Bryce as well. And it looks like some other people are starting to come on in. So.
Yeah, people are still rolling in. Guys, we don't want to miss anybody. We try to, our best to. The beginning of the show, we see 90s Gamer, Dot Person. Hey, both. What's going on, man? We try to get everybody involved. Looks like somebody else joined in your room. Who else jumped in there?
Major 07 Abel. We have Insane the Gamer 1.
Oh, there you go.
Definitely excited to have everyone in here tonight. Can't wait to talk about this fun topic.
Yes, and something cool happened. Daryl, I'm not gonna give away. Daryl is actually sending me something.
Pizza?
No, it's not pizza. He's sending me something. You guys will see it next week, but those of you that follow on social media, you'll get to see it. He's sending me something, and then I'm waiting for a box to arrive that I can fit the Tanuki Mario in. He wanted that. We're making a trade. Okay. Nice. He wants the Tanuki Mario that I printed, and so I'm sending him that. I just need a box. The box that came today did not fit. So I'm like,
no.
Well, I was worried the tail would snap off. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I was like, I'll have to wait. If not, I'll get a box at UPS or something like that. I'll make it worthwhile.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry.
That's why I'm looking at it. So, but he found something that I've been looking for. Mm-hmm. He always seems to find some good stuff. So neither here nor there. We're gonna have that. But we actually have some news this week. We have some stuff we can talk about. So without further ado, let's run our news segment. All right, Brandy, do you have any idea what this news is? Do you have any idea what we're going to talk about here in this news segment?
Nintendo?
No, not Nintendo. Let's see if Brandy knows what we're going to talk about. Because she knew about it yesterday, but let's see if she remembers. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with us and a certain event.
Yes.
Oh, she remembers. Wow.
I know.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's right. I remember now. We're getting pizza at a certain event. I'm so excited.
Yes. So for those, we hinted at this last week. We hinted about something special that was going to be going on. And our first event, Brandy's actually coming up at the end of the month. This is on May 30th.
Yeah.
We are going to be headed down to Stone Age Gamer. A sister business that they have is called RetroWorks. And what they're doing is they're putting together basically an atmosphere, a mini restaurant, if you will, that basically you're going to be able to go in and get some snack food. You're going to be able to get pizza. You're going to be able to play games. It's going to be set up like an 80s cafe. And then upstairs, they've got some really, really cool stuff. They've got some pinball tables, some retro gaming spaces, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be from 12 to 5. Now, Brandy, this is what everybody's going to ask. How much is it? It's free. You can come down, first come, first serve. There's going to be pizza. Andy told us he's going to have pizza because he knows you guys have been yelling for it. So he's going to have pizza. So if you guys want to come down, Brandy and I will be there. You get to hang out with us and play some games, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get to check out Stone Age Gamer. This is in Salem, Ohio. If you're nearby or if you want to make the trip, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's only part one of the announcement. Do you want to take part two? Because then you can't yell at me that I let too much information out.
No.
She's like, no.
Are we supposed to share everything?
Should we make them wait? We could make them wait a week or two. What do you think?
Yeah, let's not give it all away.
Okay. So on this same note, this weekend I'm going to be hanging out with Ohio's Millennium Collector Ohio, and one of the guys from Retro Gaming Pandemic, Jared. We're going to go down to Stone Age Gamer. They're actually coming to my game room. They want to do a video here to check out the game room and the arcade room. And for some reason, Thomas has like this infatuation with my carpet. He's like dying to see my carpet because of the arcade carpet. So I don't understand that, but whatever.
It's like a throwback. It's nostalgia.
I guess
something cool to see. Yeah.
So yes, that's right. It's a 6-hour drive for pizza. If you guys want to do it. Yeah, right. Yeah, like you guys could do that. What's so wrong with that?
I mean, I'm making that drive.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm making the drive.
Brandy's coming out. It's about 4.5. Listen, you guys should all come out. Anybody that's close and that wants to come out for the day, it'll be a lot of fun. And I know, I know a lot of people locally will be there. The CC Game says, I was on until you said hang out with you. Ha ha ha. All right.
Or me.
Well, he didn't say you. He said me.
Yeah.
He'd probably hang out with you, just not me. Daryl says maybe he'll be down. I hope you do come down. Daryl, if you do decide to come down, let me know, because then I'll bring the Tanuki Mario and I won't bother shipping it. It just makes me nervous because I don't want to break it or have it broken. For you, it's about a 10-hour flight for pizza. Wow, you
That's
get
some dedication. That would have to be some of the best pizza in the world, I would say.
Bryce says he doesn't drive and he lives in Charleston, South Carolina, so that's a little bit of a drive.
That's okay. We'll catch you at another one.
Well, we're going to be talking to a lot of our partners and some of the sponsors that we have for when we go to conventions to see if they'll spring for some pizza. And if you guys are there, we could do like a little pizza party after the venue and go hang out. Since I blame Kevin for all this, He got everybody going with this.
I love how he starts it, and then he pops out at the right times. And then he pops back in and gets it going, and then he leaves before he gets yelled at. I love it.
Well, and for those of you guys that can't make it, I totally understand. Brandy totally understands. It's a distance for you guys. We're going to be doing some content down there. We'll have some video. We might even do an ad hoc live stream, like say from my phone or her phone or something like that we could do for a few minutes. But we're going to get a lot of content. We're actually going to do content here at my house, you and I. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. We finalized some of the stuff for our convention. Remember, we were telling you guys that there's going to be big changes and things are going to be different, and you're going to like what we have planned.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm already pumped.
Brandy, how many weeks have we been working on this, just this part of it?
I know, and it's crazy. And today, I was all hyped up. You're sending me stuff, and I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. Wait.
This is you guys are going to know the game masters are at these conventions, so it's going to be a lot of fun. 90 gamer person says, trust me, pizza in London, UK ain't that great. Oh yeah, dude, you gotta come over to the States, man. That's where it's at with the pizza. My daughter was in Chicago and she even said the pizza wasn't that great in Chicago. I said, well, you probably didn't have a good pizza then, because a lot of pizza I've had in Chicago is really good. So we got some big things coming. We're going to kind of leak a little bit of this out every week as we get closer to the event. We're going to let you know some cool things that we're planning. As we even get closer to Korg's, Brandy, we're going to have even more information, right?
Oh, I can't wait for that. Don't give it all away.
I won't.
I'm telling you guys, this is some wild stuff that's in the works right now, and once it all comes together, like it's gonna be crazy.
He's back from the dead. He hasn't been here in 3 weeks. Look at this guy. He's back. Mr. Chasen is back. I hope everything's going all right, man.
Yeah, I hope everything's going okay.
The smell of pizza drew you in. Oh, that'll draw the crowd. Yeah. See, I don't know if Andy's ordering it or if he's having it made down there. Either way, it's pizza and it's going to be good. So we will see what's going on, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Stone Age Gamer, if you guys don't know, I mean, not only do they have games there, Brandy, but you know, they've worked on a lot of my consoles to recap them, to put LCD screens in the handhelds. And so I don't think a lot of people know that, but they do a lot more than just, you know, it's a storefront or anything like that. Like they make custom shells for like your N64s, your Super Nintendos, your Game Boys, like whatever you want. So there's a lot of really cool stuff, and you guys, we're going to learn more about that as we go on in the show. So it should be a lot of fun. So what do you think now that I reminded you about what it is? Are you still pumped?
Yeah, duh. We've been talking like on and off about this for so long now. I'm just ready for it to get here. I can't wait. There's going to be like some crazy ideas that we have planned. Tons of footage coming your way, and just so much fun stuff. So you guys really do want to stay tuned. I know people hype that stuff all the time and they have nothing to show for it, but I'm telling you, we have some really fun things that we're working on, and we just can't wait to share, and you guys will see it. You guys will see it all in some of our video content, and if you're at some of the upcoming events and upcoming conventions, you guys will see everything, and it'll all make sense then.
Yes. Yeah, we're not just talk. We're backing it up. We've got a ton of stuff. Yeah. Seriously. It's a lot of work right now, but it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Questrel today says, hope you guys can make it out to the Utah Gaming Expo sometime. Listen, if you know somebody there, tell them that you want to see us out there, and then they can fly us out. We would be happy to come out there. I heard it's a really good convention. Mm-hmm. We'd love to check it out and come out and do some coverage and let the game masters loose in Utah. I've never been to Utah. Have you been to Utah?
No, I have not. You made it sound like we're like some crazed, like something like letting us loose, letting us go.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen you shop, but that's like letting a vampire loose in a blood bank. I mean, come on now. That's no joke. It's like when you got the fat kid at the dinner table and like he's grabbing for food. You don't get in his way because you're going to lose an arm or a leg. When Brandy's shopping, it's the same thing. You don't get in her way because you'll lose a finger, an arm, a leg. Maybe you'll get your eye poked out. That's what I'm talking about.
That literally describes me for both scenarios.
See?
You don't take away my pizza.
Oh, I can't say about food because I've never seen you do that with food.
And you don't get in my way when it comes to games. Pizza and games. There you go.
Let's see. Okay, so Emmett Cullenhale says Neo Geo AES Plus is the only system you need. You know, I can't wait to get mine. You know, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole of like talking for hours on this. I can't wait for the Neo Geo AES. I'm not going to lie. I've never owned one, but I own a Neo Geo CD and a Neo Geo Gold X, so I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, we got to get it first.
Yeah.
I want to play it, test it all out, see how everything is.
What it is Mr. Neo Geo himself.
Yes.
Neo Ness. He is the guy, if you guys are looking for your source for all things Neo Geo. And he does video games too. I don't want to make it sound like he just does Neo Geo, but if he tells you something in a video, you can take it to the bank.
Yes.
I still got to watch his video from today because it's one of the games that I actually pre-ordered. So go check him out, Mr. Neo Ness. If you guys are into the Neo Geo, he is your epic source of Neo Geo content.
Yes. He did it before it was cool.
I think Daryl's saying he can attest to not getting in your way for shopping from Pittsburgh.
Oh, here we go. Now everyone's gonna have stories
telling you,
all of a
I'm
sudden.
telling you.
Next
Master
thing
Games.
you know, there's gonna be video.
Master Game Guru said he likes Utah.
Nice.
Go further and come to Portland Retro Gaming. Listen, man, if you guys know people, this is how, because some of those conventions don't know who we are. It's weird. It's like the East Coast versus the West Coast.
Yeah.
Like if you ask a lot of the West Coast guys, they don't know a lot of the content creators on the East Coast, and same goes with conventions. If you want to see us at your favorite convention, you got to make sure you mention it to somebody that's running the convention so they can reach out.
Mm-hmm.
And what they'll do is they'll reach out to us and say, hey, we heard from some of our folks that they'd love to see you at our convention. How about coming out? We're not opposed to it.
Yeah, especially when you guys see like what we're planning on doing. It's like it's beyond just sitting at a table. Like things are going to be crazy. I won't say too much because you guys will see it. But
yeah, don't give it away. That's what you yelled at me for.
No, but I'm telling you, when you guys see it, it'll be a fun edition. Can't wait. And then you never know. Maybe we'll show up at a convention near you, and we'll get to hang out, have some pizza,
yes.
and have a good time.
Yes, it is. CC Games, he is right. It is a little regional, and a lot of times too, the content creators are kind of regional. They kind of. I don't want to call it a clique because they do talk with us. It's not like that, but they all kind of stay within their area. Like it's rare you wouldn't see Arkansas Picker up here in Ohio at a convention unless he was invited up here. I mean, like Arkansas Picker, he's southern. You see him at all the southern conventions, and Retro Wolf, out of all the southerners, does make his way up here, which is surprising. He'll be at Korg's in a couple of weeks, So it is surprising. And you, of the other side of things, you're like in between. So you go to the southern stuff and you go to the Midwest stuff.
Yeah. I try to have a good time with it. Anywhere that'll have me. I try to show up.
Oh, yeah.
There's just places all over. Literally, like every single state, it feels like has a convention. But it's fun. It's what kind of brings that personality to each area, and there's just different things to see.
So I want to confirm with Neo Ness. I heard today that the Ultimate Edition of the Neo Geo has sold out. Is that true? Does anybody in the chat room know? I heard as of yesterday it was sold out. Now, I don't know if it's just sold out from the UK, if it's sold out again across the board. And I also don't know if they're, they talked about they were bringing back, in waves, right? So I'm really curious to know if that is in fact true or if it's just some guys making it up in some Facebook groups. Minnesota is too boring for all of you here. Bryce JW says, I usually stay southeastern, but I made it to Arkansas. Okay. Shake and Bacon Media says, oh, wow. Well done for selling that out. Oh, it sold out in the UK, Daryl says. 3 days. 3 days ago it sold out. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was U.S. or if it was somebody.
Yeah, because people kept going back and forth, and people said that it sold out, and then there were some glitches, some issues they were working through.
So that's why I thought it was yesterday that it was sold out, but in fact it was 3 days ago in the UK that it was sold out. Millennium Collector, Ohio. You might see an Arkansas Picker in Ohio someday. I know. If Thomas has anything to say about it, he'll get him. They'll get him up here because Tommy's another guy. He'll go all the way down south too. He goes down to Alabama. Him and Retro Gaming Pandemic. They'll go down there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's fun. It's fun to see different areas, see the different content creators, guests, voice actors, just like a whole feel. Like certain areas are a little bit more expensive. Some areas are a little bit cheaper. Some have like these crazy things that you just never see. I mean, you never know what you're going to get.
I know one thing I'm going to get. I'm going to get into a lot of trouble hanging out with Jared and Thomas, I think, on Saturday. That's what I know for a fact.
Probably.
We always
take video and stuff.
Oh, we're going to, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be video because we're going to be going down to Stone Age Gamer just to go down for a few minutes. I'll be going down again, but just to go down, and we might have to FaceTime you, Brandy, so you can feel part of the crew.
Yeah, don't forget about me.
I won't forget about you. We won't forget about you. But maybe they'll even make it back up. Maybe Thomas and Jared will come back up on the 30th and go back out to Stone Age Gamer because of that big event that's happening. So Thomas, we'll definitely talk about that. You and Jared got to come back up for that Saturday, and we could have a. Oh boy, well, if Brandy's coming up, we'll have a whole mess of creators. We'll be all getting into trouble. But we'll have plenty of cameras.
Never.
No, you'll be leading the charge. See, even Thomas says, he says facts. See, he knows. He knows.
Oh, that's funny.
But they are saying, yeah, a lot of the it is the guests like to Utah Expo. You get like Metal Jesus, John Riggs, JRPG Life, because they're based out of Arizona, I believe. And so it does seem regional. Yeah,
and like the West Coast side, yeah.
Like I know Gamester 81 is coming to Pittsburgh this year. That's a far haul from Arizona to Pittsburgh, and he's coming. So that's another show. I know you've been there before, but I'd like to go back. I'd like to go there. Oh yeah, Jamie, he'll be up at Cork's RNG Gamer. He comes up.
Yeah,
he'll be coming up from the west or from the south.
It's gonna be a fun time. We got a lot of things, coming up back to back. It feels like.
Yes, and then there'll be pizza there, of course. There's a
and then the germ coming in and starting the pizza thing again.
Man, it's gonna be a lot. And then, who knows what kind of trouble Daryl will eventually get me into, because he keeps trying to get me to go up there to do some different events. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Daryl says, speaking of an old crew, I was seeing Grimmy's 42 on Sunday. That's where I got the certain item from. Oh, okay. All right. And Skate and Bacon Media says, would be interesting to go to California convention.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So Daryl was telling me, Ian Ferguson, with Pat Contry of the CU podcast, he was telling me that Ian Ferguson is moving to Buffalo, New York. So that could be cool, because now I've always wanted to meet him, just because I listened to the CU podcast, him and Pat Contry, but to be that close to me, that would be 2.5 hours. Maybe there could be some content crossovers there. You never know. Could be fun.
You never know.
Get him into the studio. Maybe have a retro party. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into our topic tonight, Brandy. And I actually did some homework with this. This is the surprise that Brandy does not know about. Okay.
You were just on a roll today.
Man, I am creating content left and right. We're going to have some fun with this, guys. Instead of us just talking about what system or how did you word it? What platform is right for you? We're going to get into that discussion. But first, I want to see, I have 7 items on this list that are the top 7 consoles to collect for in 2026. This is based on research. I want to see which person. Well, let's see who can get the most right. But let's start with number 7, Brandy. If you had to guess what's 7, meaning it's not the number 1, right? This is one of the 7. Okay. What would be number 7 on this list to collect for?
Okay, it's retro only. This is
retro only. This is
AES Plus count.
No, retro only. Retro only. Oh. Somebody in the chat room is saying Game Boy. Let's see what the guesses come in. I want you to put your guess out there as well. Yeah, she has no idea what these answers are. I do, so I can't play.
This is terrifying. I feel like Nintendo has to be on there.
When you say Nintendo, you need to specify. Okay, well, let's start with number 7 rather than putting your own list together.
I don't know what numbers it's gonna be.
If you had to say a number 7 and a top 7 to collect for in 2026, what would you choose?
Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis as number 7. Let's see. Survey says no. The original PS1 is number 7, essential for experiencing the dawn of 3D gaming. Would you agree? Does anybody agree with that statement? Or
I mean, I
number
think
7?
that's a good thing. Like, obviously, I played a lot of like N64 when it comes to that, but I will say, like, PlayStation 1, the controller did feel more comfortable. You got a more variety of games. You had like the pinnacles, you had Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot. You had all of the classic games that were remade as the greatest hits versions. Whatever you got on the Nintendo 64, minus, like Mario and Donkey Kong and stuff. Then you would see, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, you would see that on the PlayStation 1. Of course, you had Final Fantasy. You just had so many great, fun games. It was a different experience. The graphic wise, the big jump, the leap. I would say that's probably a good one.
Now, before anybody shoots me, this is not my list. This is a list that I've compiled based off of every video game magazine or reporter out there and the consensus on it. That doesn't mean I agree with this list. Okay, and that doesn't mean you have to agree with this list. I'm just telling you that that's what this list is compiled from. All right. Number 6. What would you say?
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64. Guys, what would you put as number 6? Put a 6 next to your guess.
That would be my number 1, but here we are.
Okay, fair enough. Put a 6 next to your guess in the chat room of what you think. So we got PlayStation 1 is number 7.
Is it handheld or console?
These are all console. No, it's a mix. It's a mix. I should say that. I shouldn't say they're all.
Which one's next? That could eliminate it. Is it handheld or console?
The next one is console. I'll give you that much.
So it's
go with your gut on this, Brandy. Go with your gut.
Fine, Nintendo 64.
All right. Anybody else? What's your guess in the chat room?
Sega Genesis.
Okay, we've got let's pull this up here. We've got the germ saying number 6 is the Wii. Okay. Let's pull that up here. He says the Wii. Kevin says TurboGrafx 16. Stephanie says Tamagotchi. Okay. Crime Fighter says Atari 2600. Number 6 says Retro AF says PS3. Survey says what? Ready? Nintendo 64. So Brandy gets a point. Strong nostalgia value for local multiplayer with the durable cartridge-based games. If you remember, this was when 007 came out and everybody was playing this, and around the same time, right, was the 360 boom with online multiplayer games. So Nintendo 64, would you agree, was kind of at that forefront with 007 and Doom and games like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it because I had one. I absolutely loved it. It was like a huge jump from, playing on the NES, even like Super Nintendo. Next thing you know, you have like this amazing leap of all of these games. It was a smaller library. And obviously that is something that makes it great to collect for. I get prices can be a little bit more expensive, but in all reality, compared to other consoles, you don't have thousands of games. You have like 296, and then if you're crazy like me, there's like 80 some Japanese titles and a handful of others, which that may be complete. I'm just waiting for the games to come in. Hint. But no, it's a great time. There were so many fantastic games. Super Mario 64. I know people either love it or hate it, but Donkey Kong 64, just so much fun. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, like fantastic games and a really great time.
Okay, so we know Nintendo 64 is out of the guess now. So now we're going to go to number 5. This
handheld or console?
I was just going to say this is also a console. Okay, no handheld on this. Sega Genesis, number 5. Anybody else disagree with that as Sega Genesis number 5? And listen, we're going through this because there's a reason for this. They are saying in 2026, if you are going to get into retro game collecting, this is the order you need to start collecting at. And that's going to get us into our discussion. So we're having a little fun with this, with a little bit of a game here. So I want to see what you guys are picking. Okay, we've got no, this is going to be console. It's not not Turbo
Not
Express.
handheld, just console.
Just console. So we've got a Wii. Wii is number 5. The Germ is set to go for the Wii.
That's probably like
Turbo
number
Express. Stephanie says the MP3 player.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Retro AF says PS3 because I gotta be right eventually.
That's how I feel. You just keep throwing out.
That's okay.
things.
That's what makes this fun, right? Wait, console TurboGrafx 16. Okay. Master Games Guru says 1 Dreamcast, 2 of Xbox, 3 PS2, 4 PS1, 5 N64, 6 GameCube, and 7 Saturn. That's what he's picking.
Okay.
Chase is laughing at Stephanie. Toilet Clogger says number 5. I'll go Genesis 2. Wow, a lot of guys saying Genesis. I love the Genesis Master System. OG iPods. All right, Chase, really? 5 Dreamcast. Radical Reggie over here in my chat, he says, don't listen to Steven. What is he saying here? Don't listen to Steven about what system to buy. He uses emulation and sells systems for 100% profit plus tips.
Well, you got to make the tips.
Got to make the tips somehow. Come on, Reggie, jump in. What are you picking? He's saying here, let's go with, he says favorite system is the Atari 7600. All right, survey says the GameCube.
I was gonna say that, but not now.
Rising in demand due to strong first-party titles and rising rarity. So that's why they put that as number 5.
That one.
Number 5. That's what they put. Number 4.
Oh, no.
What would you say is number 4?
Genesis.
This is a handheld.
Oh, Game Boy.
This is a handheld.
Wait, does like DS count as retro, or does it have to be before that time?
Pretty much every handheld is retro besides the PlayStation Portal at this point, and Steam Decks and stuff. So
3DS.
3DS is retro. I would count that as retro.
All right, I think it's probably 3DS.
You're
DS.
You're gonna go with 3DS. All right, guys in the chat room, what are you thinking? Number 4. Are you agreeing with Brandy as it is the 3DS?
Sure, let's try it.
Let's look at Jason says Big Pharma's behind the collecting of the GameCube. I can't confirm or deny that one. Big GameCube, he goes on to say. Wait, somebody here, let's see. Master Game Guru says Game Boy Advance. Okay. Number 4 is the Game Boy from the Germ. Turbo Express. One of these times you're gonna get it, Kevin, I'm telling you. Turbo Express. 3DS from the Germ. Stephanie says Windows 97.
Windows 98.
That's technically retro. Jason says GBA has grown exponentially in interest. Okay. Mr. Gretzky says Game Gear. 3DS. Jason says Toilet Clogger also says GBA.
Come on, let's go.
GBA at number 4. Virtual Boy. Okay, that's a good guess. The Germ. What do we got over here in my chat room? I want to make sure we got everybody. Project Retro Games. He's going with GBA. A lot of GBA guesses and 3DS guesses. Brandy, you went with Game Boy. Now that you see some of the guesses, do you want to stay with Game Boy or do you want to change it to either Game Boy Advance or 3DS?
All right, blink twice for the right answer. Game Boy?
I'll give you a hint because this has been tough for you guys. It's either Game Boy Advance or it's 3DS. I will give you that much.
Oh, man.
It's one of the two.
3DS.
3DS? Is that your final answer? All right.
Game Boy Advance.
Survey says Game Boy Advance. So all you guys that pick Game Boy Advance, you get a point.
Wow, you guys are great.
Considered a premier handheld with a vast, durable, and highly collectible library. I would agree with this because my son, he is actually collecting for this.
Games.
Pokemon games, and they're affordable. The majority of games for Game Boy Advance are
not the Pokemon ones.
They're mostly
like $200.
Well, I'm saying the majority of games are under $100 when it comes to Game Boy Advance games. So that's why they're saying it's highly collectible. So I will tell you guys from here on out, there is no more handhelds. That's the only handhelds that are listed.
So no Turbo Express.
No Turbo Express, no Game Boy. That was the only handheld that's listed in this list.
All right.
Okay.
Now we got to say PlayStation 2.
Okay. So for number 3, what is your guess? You're saying PlayStation 2?
What do we think our list is going to be? PlayStation 2, Wii, and I want there to be Sega, like Sega Genesis or something.
Well, what are you picking? What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
We need a number 3.
Yeah. Can I use a lifeline? Who has the right answer?
Hey, you can
Which
change.
One should I pick?
Well, you're a host of the show, so you can change it last minute right before we go. All right, Chasen says 3DS. People are wanting the jailbreak mod, not necessarily collect the games. I've noticed. Hey, I would agree with him on that. I'll take Double Dare Physical Challenge. Okay, Germ's going with Wii. He is a Wii fan. All right, Retro AF says he's going back to PS3.
All right, let's try Nintendo Wii.
Gretzky's saying Jaguar. Kevin's back to TurboGrafx. Stephanie going deep. Palm Pilot.
They had some games, I think, on
Tim
there.
Keller saying the OG Xbox. What do we got over in my chat?
Let's say the Wii.
Let's see here. We have PSP, Nintendo DS. No handhelds on this one, guys. Let's see here. Project Retro Games says number 3 is a Sega Saturn. Ooh, that's a good guess. What if I were to tell you that he is very, very, very close?
Genesis.
Very close.
Dreamcast.
We've got
Dreamcast.
SNES in the chat room. So Project Retro Games, I will tell you right now, is the closest to the answer. So you guys start changing your
Sega
answers.
CD.
Boy, you're just throwing them out there hoping they stick, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a Dreamcast. Bryce is saying Sega CD
I don't even like this.
and Dreamcast. All right. What's your final answer, Brandy? Then we're going to reveal it.
All right, it's something Sega.
Okay.
If he was the closest at Saturn, did anyone say Genesis?
I don't know. I think there was 1 or 2 people that said Genesis back in the beginning.
Okay, so then they're not close. If he's the closest.
Well, it depends how you.
Everyone's
It tells he. What did he say it was? He said Sega Saturn. Sega has a variety of consoles.
Yeah, there's Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System.
Okay, that's why I'm saying he's the closest. You guys got to figure out which Sega system it is. It is a Sega system.
Sega Genesis.
Is that your final guess?
No.
Come on.
Dreamcast.
Final guess. Let's go.
Genesis.
Final guess. What's Reggie spouting off at here over? He says, Steven once
Master
told me Chrono
System.
Trigger is overrated. Said the music and art are just meh, and the story is pretty stand. He must be drinking or something. I don't know.
Master System.
All right. Final guess. And then I'm going to hit it.
All right.
What's your final guess? Put it in there. Get him in there, chat. Brandy, say your final guess in 3, 2, 1. Final guess.
Master System, Genesis, Dreamcast.
Do we have a Master System here? No, it's a Sega Genesis.
Y'all are terrible. I said Genesis 37 times.
High quality, fast paced library with relatively affordable, durable cartridges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. No, because it does. It has like a cheaper, undesirable library.
Sure
that
does.
Every game store owner, Retro Rick, Phoenix Resale, every single one, they say how their Sega games do not sell. They say they're slow sellers. They don't sell. They sit forever. It's like only a collector buying them. So,
And that's what we're talking about here. What games that are collectors. So keep that in mind with the last 2 guesses, what Brandy just told you. That will help you to eliminate a potential contender.
what did I
All right. Number 2. What are we saying is number 2? So this is the second most highly sought after collectible system on the market right now. I'm surprised Kevin isn't spouting these out.
So not Sega.
I'll give you guys one hint with this. You will not see Sega appear on the rest of this list.
All right, so PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2, Brandy says. Now, she hasn't had a good track record. What do you guys think in the chat room? I'll wait for the Wii. All right, so Project Retro Games says number 2 is PS1. PS1 was number 7.
Okay.
So I'll let him change his Bop
it.
Yes. So let's see what he's.
We are PS2.
Well, it's got to be one or the other. You can't just say, you can't just be like, oh, it's a Wii. Oh wait, no, it's a PS. Oh no, I was right. It was a Wii. Bryce is saying Wii.
PlayStation 2.
Insane D Gamer's saying Wii. Agent Smith says Nintendo 64. No, Nintendo 64 was that was 6th. And then Project Retro Games says PS2. Number 2 is the OG Xbox.
Yeah, where's Xbox at?
Xbox 360. Dreamcast. There's no more.
Xbox would be a good one to collect. I would say OG Xbox because so many people are like in the Xbox 360. The original Xbox stuff sits a lot because people buy it on like the PS2. So original Xbox.
That's your final guess? Because then we're going to reveal it here.
Sure.
Final guess. Survey says number 2 is the PlayStation 2.
Exactly what I said.
It offers the best value for the money, featuring over 4,000 games and partial backwards compatibility, depending on which version of the PlayStation you have, with the PS1. And I would have to agree with this, that I think the PS2, you can go out and find PS2 games relatively cheap and get enjoyment. And they're not shovelware. You can get, now, there are bangers out there that you're going to pay, like Rule of Rose and some of these other games that are $500-$600 a piece. But the game is terrible, Rule of Rose, so it doesn't matter. If you're just collecting to play these games, PlayStation 2 is a good choice. Like it says, if you can't find to play something on the PlayStation 2, well, then you've got some issues. All right. Number 1.
Wii.
What is the number 1 console of 2026 to collect for?
Wii.
You're saying Wii. What are we saying in the what are we saying in the chat room? Do we have any other guesses? What is the number 1 console to collect for in 2026?
Wii.
I see a lot of people saying PS2 was my favorite to collect or favorite console. Okay, Bryce JW says the NES. Oops, I pulled up the wrong chat. There he is, NES.
Wii.
Project Retro Games says SNES. And so does Bryce. Bryce changed it to SNES. And your chat room is pro Wii, I see. Everybody over here is Wii. You're saying Wii.
I blame my people for the wrong answers.
All right. So, I am going to do this since it could be anything. I will tell you there is no Xbox on this list. Not one whatsoever.
Well, we should have known that at the beginning.
Well, no, because it makes it more fun. I will tell you, it's a toss between SNES or Wii.
Wii.
What is your final guess? Get your votes in now.
For the Super Nintendo. So I feel like
Brandy, so many of these guys are beating you right now. You need this one to win.
Guys, what is it? Super Nintendo or Wii? I feel like it's Wii because this is a universal list. And it's Wii.
Do you guys agree? Do you think it's Wii or do you think it is the SNES?
Wii.
Retro AF says, I accept responsibility for being wrong.
Thanks, guys. We're supposed to be team winners here.
PS4? Nope. No PS4 on the list. Bryce.
Wii.
He just said yes. Soldier Game Box. Bryce is saying SNES. All right, Brandy. What's your final vote?
Wii. Snap.
Do we have a Wii as number one? No! It is the SNES. Brandy loses.
Oh, man.
This is regarded as the gold standard for retro collecting with a massive library of classic titles, and it's a system that never disappoints, in my honest opinion.
That's why I'm collecting for the Super Nintendo, but I thought this list would be the opposite.
Now, let me ask you, now that we've gone through it all,
Yeah.
do you guys agree with the list, or do you think there's some that should have been put in place of another one? Because again, this isn't my list. This is one that, researching this afternoon, this is what I came up with what people were saying. I am not, I'm not partial to it. So if you guys say, well, that's wrong, number 5 should have been Wii. Okay.
I mean, if I was making a list, I would say Super Nintendo would be up there because just like it says, I was thinking it was more like geared towards like, I don't know, more like disc-based type of stuff.
No, I said retro. I didn't say disc-based or
yeah, but like
cartridge-based
you ask the audience, like the group who makes these lists, and they always automatically say that like Wii is
fair
great,
enough.
PS2 is great, and like that.
I don't think the
really
Wii
like
was one of the
retro.
greatest systems out, or even a great one to collect for, quite honestly.
Yeah,
I don't
I
agree with that.
like the Super Nintendo. I feel like that's a good one. I always loved the Nintendo 64, but like some people obviously choose other systems.
Yeah. Switch is
and then,
modern, Bryce. Yeah, Switch is modern.
Yeah. Nintendo always stays up there.
Yeah.
You know, they always stay at like the top. But realistically, I would say like anything Sega is great to collect for because like I said that it's sitting
Nobody wants
in a
it.
lot of stores. People don't want it. They're like it's like really just like collectors who were getting it, but it's like a fantastic systems to collect for.
So I agree with
great
Mr.
games.
Gretzky. I would have loved to see Master System on there, Brandy, but like to your point, this is why, and we'll get into this later on with my pickups this week.
Yeah.
It is so hard to find Master System games in the wild.
Yeah.
You have to go to a convention. You're not going to find a Master System game going to your local pawn shop, your local Goodwill. You're not going to find it. I don't care how good you are. And you're certainly not going to find it complete in box. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. There's not a huge demand, and the Master System ones are getting scarce. And then you have the Sega Genesis, and then you have the Mega Drive, right? So are people really collecting for Mega Drive? Do you collect a lot for Mega Drive?
No. I mean I have like some games that are like I guess like the Genesis like counterpart, like for comparison type of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Dreamcast is a great one. It has a lot of fun games on it, but at the same time, it's like some of those systems, they hold their value and you can't really find as cheap stuff. But like original Xbox, I hear game stores, they say that stuff sits for a long time too, and it's actually a great system to collect for in comparison to like the Xbox 360, which like the value, popped off. But even like GameCube has went up in price, and
Yep.
64 has went
And
up in
rarity.
price.
And do you know why? Do you know why GameCube's rarity has spiked? It's not because the discs are hard to find. It's because people didn't take care of the discs. And what happens is, because they're mini discs,
Yeah.
they're not like normal CDs. And I don't know if people in the chat room know this or not. And I'm not trying to be like, I only know this because of talking to a game store owner. The rarity comes in because you can only resurface a GameCube game so many times and it won't play.
Yeah.
Whereas a normal CD, DVD, Blu-ray, you can resurface them, for the most part. But the type of discs they used, it'll actually eliminate the data and it won't play anymore. So what's happening, Brandy, is people that didn't take care of these games, they're scratched up. Maybe they're trading them in. They're becoming rarer and rarer to find good copies of these games.
Yeah, like Game Boy Advance, I would have thought like DS or 3DS would have been on the list.
Yeah, but Game Boy Advance, again, we go back to pricing, right? So 3DS games are pricier than Game Boy Advance. Like my son started collecting Game Boy Advance a couple of years ago. I think he has like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 300 or 400 games for it because they're easy to get for. You can get a complete box Zelda game for like $120, $80, depending on the quality, the quality of the box and everything like that. So I would say that's why I agree with the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy's actually kind of spiked in price on a lot of the games, believe it or not. The original Game Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I feel like I know a bunch of people who like randomly set out to try and complete that set too.
Yeah.
Of the original Game Boy.
So like Daryl's going out to flea markets and stuff, and he's finding, obviously flea markets you're going to find probably Master System games. Probably not complete in box. If you're lucky, you'll find one complete in box. But I'm talking about like your normal places that you're going to go to. People, that's the big thing with preservation. People just don't take care of their discs. They put the discs in wrong boxes. Doesn't help that some GameCube discs are literally cracking themselves during it. 100%. Some of the cases are too tight, it seems like, for the games, and when people put them in there, they don't put them in right, and it cracks the inside. I've
done that before. Went to like pull a game out and just crack the whole disc.
John Hansley, he says PS3 has gone way up too. He's seen Sega Genesis. It really is. Sega Genesis is so easy to collect for, and let's see here. But I love the platform too. That was one, Brandy, when I think I was talking to you about it. I debated on after the NES of collecting for the Genesis, and I kind of started down the road of Game Boy, Super Nintendo, and Master System, just because, again, Super Nintendo is fun to collect for, but I might be changing my stuff that I'm going to be picking up, because like I'd rather go with Genesis and get these games that are cheaper, right? Because it's all about the games. It's not about collecting. So now that we had some fun with that.
Who had fun?
I had fun with it. I felt like a game show host. I thought it was kind of cool.
I feel like next time I should get slipped the answers.
No, see, that's not fun at all. So what we're gonna do is
really fun.
We're gonna take a break from this conversation, and I want everybody to start thinking about what you would suggest to a brand new collector as the first system they should start grabbing games for. Let's do the top 3 systems you would suggest, so that they get the most bang for their buck and have some fun playing. We're not talking about value here. I want to get your opinion. We're going to take a break and see what I picked up this week, because Brandy's been a slacker and she didn't do a video. So we're gonna show you. She's too busy buying stuff and not doing a video. We're going to show you what my pickup is, and we're going to come back and we're going to show you what we're playing this week, and then we'll get back into the conversation. So let's take a look.
Hi, this is William Jackson from Millennium Flashbacks. You're watching the Game Masters on YouTube.
So because of work and some other things, I haven't really gotten out to get a lot of games and pickups, and I really don't find a lot here. So I subscribe back to the 5 monthly box with Video Games Monthly. You can pick 3, 5, or 10 games in a box. I did 5, and these are the games that I got in no particular order or value. I've got Wanted for the Sega Master System, and the only 2 games I took a break from this because I didn't know what I wanted, and I wasn't getting NES games like I wanted, so I said, let's go Master System and Super NES and start it back up. And then I got Shanghai 2. I got The Jungle Book. I got Super Star Wars. I got WrestleMania the arcade game. And last, but certainly not least, I got Super Battle Tank 2. They had given me an extra one because I always share this stuff on social media. And the reason I decided to get back with them is because, as you can see, I don't got a lot of Super Nintendo games or a lot of Master System games. And Master System games in my area are really, really hard to find. Sega Genesis would be the next ones, but you can see I've got a lot of Sega Genesis games, but I really want to get more Super Nintendo and also Master System games. Let's get back to the show. All right, so you can kind of see why I picked that Brandy and going into Video Games Monthly again to pick up some of these games because I can't find them around here, and so to take the chance and put it out there, I was like, yeah, let's kick the tires on it and pick this up and see how it goes. So that's my pickups this week. And Brandy, what are your pickups this week?
Mine are in Japan and
you don't have
somewhere in the UK. I'm trying to follow the tracking, but like 2 of them have just left Tokyo, and then one of them, I don't even know. It was like intercepted from somewhere.
Hey, Daryl has a message for you in the lower third.
Slacking.
Just thought I'd share that with you.
It says it's at an international hub. It left Lichfield, Staffordshire. Isn't that like somewhere over?
That's in the UK. Toilet Clogger says, I'd always recommend Genesis collecting cheap and so many great games. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But we're going to show you guys what we've been playing this week. Check it out. What are we playing? Let's look.
Hey, this is Michael Rickard from Wildcard Video Games. You are watching Game Masters on YouTube. Enjoy.
All right, what do we got here, Brandy? What are we looking at?
Mario Tennis.
No, this is what I've been playing this week. It's Mario. Yeah, listen to you. All right, Reggie, this one's for you. This is what we've been playing. I have been playing Super Mario Wonder. I went back. I bought the $20 download. I didn't buy the Switch 2 version. I know. I didn't buy the Switch 2 version. I bought the $20 upgrade for the Switch 1 so that way I can get Princess Rosalie. And there's even some new levels on it. I don't know. This is the Mario game that I got right now. So this is the one I'm trying to complete it. And what do you got here? What is this?
I'm on a Neo Geo kick. So
I see that.
I just got these for you handheld lovers. You get your Neo Geo Pocket Color games. So of course, Metal Slug. You can get these 2 games on, I think this is the first compilation. They did a 2-part. So there's 10 games and then 10 more games in both of them. Metal Slug First Mission and Metal Slug Second Mission. I just thought it was pretty cool to see this. Like all these compilations, you can get those Neo Geo games in the 10 that they did, and you get 10 games in the 10 volumes, so that's 100 games. Or you could play the Neo Geo Pocket Color games. You get 20 games total so far in the 2 compilations. They also have like Dark Arms. They have all the fighting games. Of course, it's scaled down a little bit because it is a 2-button handheld system. You know, what you would get on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. But on the Switch, it plays pretty well. So definitely excited to play a little bit more of those.
You've been playing a lot of those Neo Geo emulation games. And listen, they're all getting on me because it's not Mario Tennis for 2 weeks in a row. Look, and I can only play a game for 2 weeks in a row, and I got to be like, okay, I'm done. At least for a while. Then I got to go. I still need to get back to Requiem. I got so far in that, and then I just kind of got disgusted and sidetracked. I got to this one area that's really tough, so I was like, I'm going to take a break from that.
And then we'll go back to Mario Tennis next week.
Maybe. I like the story. Reggie's like, playing, huh? Yes, I know. It's surprising to see that there's YouTubers out there that actually play video games. Imagine that, right? Bryce says he beat Requiem. It's so good.
Nice.
But it is hard. I would agree. I have that on the Switch. I don't have it on the PS5, which, such is life. But I'm looking forward to Yoshi, the new game for Switch 2, and also 007 is coming out here at the end of May. So, no Mario Tennis on my pickups for the next couple weeks because I'm getting those games. So I don't want to hear it from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You'll be back. You'll be back to the Mario.
I might go back to it. So Reggie probably already pre-ordered it digitally because he loves digital games. And he's actually going to be called the Radical Digital one. He's changing his name. I don't know if I'm dropping that first here on the Game Masters. The Radical Digital one is his new name.
That actually has like a good rhyme to it, like a good thing to it, like
it rolls off the tongue. TechBuzz told me he plans on playing more tennis. Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah.
The James Bond, I hope they do multiplayer online with it, but I don't know if they are.
Oh man, they should make a Mario pickleball.
Pickleball. Pickleball. TechBuzz told me the new Star Fox on Switch 2 is a brand new story in the series. I don't. You would know. You have the digital version. Reggie's selling all his physical editions. He told Project Retro Games, "I don't want any more physical anymore." He's
just gonna do digital.
He said you should become Project Digital Retro Games. Pre-ordered it.
Oh man.
Sorry, it's an inside thing between Reggie and I. I'm not. For those over there in Brandy's chat room, I'm not disrespecting him. It's something we go back and forth yet. Yeah, but you have the you have access to the digital. You probably got it already. Because you're the digital one. I've been really into physical fan translations as of late. Play Star Wars Ocean on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, Project Retro Games actually does a lot of those fan translation. He has a whole setup on that. You need to check him out. So, all right. Before we took those little breaks there, we asked about if somebody was new to collecting. Somebody walked up to you, came into this community and said, "Hey, Bryce. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Insane D Gamer. Hey, Mello McKinley. Hey, Questro Today. Hi, the Germ, Mr. Gretzky. All you who I can see right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start collecting, but I don't know what system I should. What game's going to give me the best fun and the best bang for my buck? Because I don't want to get in deep. I don't have a lot of money. I want to start, but I want to enjoy my collecting and I want to enjoy playing games. Brandy, while we wait for the chat room to populate, I know some of the guys were saying Sega Genesis. What would you suggest to somebody that's a brand new collector that's starting, say, today?
I think I need to know a little bit more. So obviously, are we going down the PlayStation route?
Yeah, it could be whatever you suggest. Whatever you suggest. If you think PlayStation 3 is the best one, or PlayStation 4, then suggest it. There's no limits on this. Whatever you think. It's not limited to what the list that we gave was.
I feel like you can't go wrong with Super Nintendo. What I've been going through, like, because you get like a nice variety. Of course, you get all like the fun Mario games and like first party games. I feel like that would be fine. Or if they aren't really into like Nintendo stuff like that early, I feel like the PlayStation 2. Because you get a even more like larger library. You get like tons of variety. Actually, probably PS2. I changed my mind.
PS2?
Because
I like
now
that.
I'm thinking about it.
I like that.
Yeah, there's like so many fun like party games. Like just so many fun.
So Stephanie says Sock 'em Boppers. Number 2 would be Moon Shoes. Number 3, Etch-a-Sketch.
I agree. I think Sock 'em Boppers are the way to go. I actually got them banned in my house. This is what happened.
Oh, well, Stephanie, you forgot Light Bright. Retro AF wants to let you know you forgot Light Bright.
Yeah, if you have a sibling and you hit them with the Sock 'em Boppers and your mom has something sharp, she will pop them so that you cannot use them against each other.
I wanted to bring this list up. I seen Toilet Clogger posted this before, and I kind of agree with his deduction here on the 4 systems.
Okay, Genesis.
Especially in that order, I agree. Genesis, N64, PS2, and SNES. Does anybody disagree with that list?
I agree with that. Because those are the ones that you teeter back and forth. Genesis, because of like the cheaper, it's something that's, you can find the games at game stores because they're not actively selling. N64, because that's my favorite of all time because it was my first system I got. PS2 because of the vast variety and like non-Nintendo games, and then Super Nintendo because it is a classic. I feel like that's great.
I do.
That's a great variety.
I wouldn't recommend getting into. I don't think NES, as much as I know a lot of guys were putting NES in there. I'm an NES fan, but I don't think NES holds up to the fun value of somebody that's not been into collecting video games or somebody that's not been into this space for very long. Like, it doesn't hold up. My kids don't really enjoy playing NES games unless it's like Power Pad or Duck Hunt or Track Meet. Those types of games or Mike Tyson's Punch Out, certain games that hold up, but they'll sit there and play Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. They'll play like all those types of games, or on N64, Mario Kart, right? So PS2, you can't go wrong with that. A lot of guys play Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. Yep, there's a lot of good games that are inexpensive.
Need for Speed, you get like the Underground series.
Need for Speed Underground was one of the best. Yep.
SXX, Tricky, the snowboarding games.
Road Rash.
Have, like, all of those. Then you get the NFL, you get the NBA, you get like literally all of that. So you get like a huge variety. You get like the arcadey games. You get I don't know, like fun shooters like Freedom Fighters and just so many other classic games that I grew up with. You get like the originals. Like I think it's great. It's like a good variety. So do you like RPGs? Do you like racing games? Do you like shooters? Do you like party games? Do you like sports games? Like, there's so much of a variety on the PS2, and the games hold. Grand Theft Auto, like, that was a whole thing. All those games, they all still hold up.
So I have Retro AF's comment up here, because notice he's the only one, and this isn't calling him out or saying he's wrong by any means. He's the only one that's been really pushing for Xbox, but you notice the majority of people didn't say Xbox on any of the guesses, even in the list. And he says, I still say Xbox and Xbox 360 because they're cheaper and run better. I agree with him that you can find Xbox 360 games all day, every day, anywhere.
Yeah.
You can go and find them
everywhere.
Yeah, they really are easy to find, and I agree with that. But I think because of the online shutting down, this is where I have to go with that. Brandy, with online shutting down, are there as many good games for the Xbox 360 that you can play offline compared to like a PS2 or an SNES?
I mean, I feel like when I had the Xbox 360, I did a ton of online gaming. I mean, obviously I played stuff like Mass Effect and stuff, but I played in a bigger community online, like Gears of War. I had like people in Sweden that I was playing with like all the time, stay up all hours of the night. It was like my college days, just like playing Mass Effect 3, like online, Gears of War, Halo, just literally anything and everything. But I feel like that's where I had more fun, was like the online stuff compared to.
I think that's like what Xbox did right.
Yeah. But it's like going back and playing that, I don't know if I'd have the same experience in today's time.
Yeah.
Because those were like magical moments, you know, playing online with a lot of people. And if you can't do that,
I
don't know, it's different. It's a different experience.
No, I'm kind of with you on that. I think that, because you got to think of this as somebody starting out to collect first. They're looking for the most bang for their buck. They're not looking at value of games. They're not buying and collecting because of the value. They're collecting because they want to have a fun library of games to play. Rob's next guest. Hello, everyone. We see he's Mr. Rob. Haven't seen him around in a while.
Howdy, howdy.
Let me come back over to the chat. And I'm not a big, I'll just be honest, I'm not a big PS2 fan. But if you look at my collection, I got a lot of those games when I started collecting because I could find them in pawn shops and Goodwills. PS2 I could find everywhere, and I get them for 50 cents to $1 a piece, so I bought them.
Yep.
And they're on my shelf. So I think that somebody getting into retro collecting, I don't think PS2 is a bad start. Now, if you want to go cartridge, sorry, Brandy, I have to say SNES would probably be the first pick, only because, and I think you'd agree, even though you're an N64 fan, price of games. I think a lot of the Nintendo 64 games have gone up, skyrocketed in price, where you can get the more SNES titles for less money, if that makes sense.
Yeah, plus you have, like, I would rather start, like, in, like, the chronological order anyway. Like, I would rather play Super Nintendo before I played Nintendo 64, too, because then that way the N64 will be that much more amazing, like, the big jump. But I think you're right. Like, as I'm collecting on my set, I only need, like, 100 and some more anyway. Like, I don't even need as many as I think I need. But obviously I'll continue the Super Nintendo collecting at like the next convention. But for the most part, I've been finding pretty good deals and getting some fun games for like under $20, under $30. Like I've been finding some cheaper fun Super Nintendo.
So now Will's saying like PS2 has gotten pricey and is only going up. So I'll be honest, I haven't looked at PS2 games lately. He could be 100% correct.
Yeah.
Back prior to the pandemic, I want to say 2017, 2018, when I first started getting back into collecting consoles, I was finding PS2 games, and I'm talking Need for Speed Underground. I'm talking your Crash Bandicoots, your Spyros, and you guys might say, well, they're not top of the line games, but they're
a ton of fun.
Yeah, but they're like your $20 games. I was getting them for $1, 50 cents to $1. Rule of Rose, had I known it was going to be a $600 game, I could have got it for $10 back then. So, the difference time makes, right? And for things like that. So I'm not disputing that. Reggie's going after Rob in the chat room, just messing with him. Rob appears on the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast this weekend. Oh boy!
Oh, very cool.
That'll be a fun watch if you guys want to check that out. Saturday night at 10 p.m. on the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. Will have his hands full with Reggie. Just to let you know, Rob, you're not going to get along with Reggie too much because he's all digital now. So just thought I'd put that out there.
Someone's going to believe that. They're going to be like, did you hear? He's digital.
Yeah, I kind of, between me and Reggie, one of us is going to get the other one, people to believe that the other one went all digital. He's trying to do it to me, and I'm trying to do it to him. So somebody's going to eventually end up believing us. So because nobody knows the inside. That's why like Will and them aren't jumping in. They know we're just screwing with each other. Which in fact, Carlos, I'm just waiting I have a box for you that's going out, I believe either Friday or Saturday morning. And Reggie's, I actually started working on Reggie. So Reggie wanted I'm going to bring it to Pittsburgh because I don't trust sending it. I just feel like it's going to break.
Yeah.
I want to kind of zoom in here. Reggie, I'm actually building your Sonic right now as we speak. There he is. He's missing his shoes right now because if we look over here on, I don't know if we can see it. Let me switch cameras here. If we go to this camera, you can see Reggie. They're working. He's working on the sneakers right there. So
if only it was that easy to just print a pair of new shoes.
Well, apparently you could 3D print. You could 3D print sneakers now with flexible stuff. This will be done. The sneakers will be done probably in the next hour. They're doing the tops. You can see they're halfway up Jordan. You see that right there on the top there. They're halfway up Jordan's, the tongue on the sneakers. So they're going to be done shortly. The whole time the podcast is going on, we're constantly making stuff and getting things ready. There's something else I want to send to Carlos too. He doesn't know about it, so I'm still printing them. So that's why it's delayed. But I can only go as fast as things are going. But my next big project. If you didn't see my short, go watch my short. I talk about one of my next big projects, which is Brandy, a Game Boy kiosk.
Nice.
I'm going to print one of them. So So we've got that. Reggie, the rings are on the ground too. They're just not in his hands. I didn't put them in his hands because they were drying. But I've got those. I'm gonna give that to Reggie in Pittsburgh when he comes. So that should be a lot of fun. And like I said, I know some of these other guys. So hit me up if you want to do some trading and for some 3D prints. I'm happy to do that. Been doing that. I got some ones for Brandy too. We're not going to show her those yet online because she'll see them when she comes up. So I've been busy just nonstop printing for people. I'm not selling them, people. Don't get in my DMs and start screaming at me, those that are, in the comments. But, oh, we got somebody in the Facebook chat. Yes, we got Sean. Sean Kiefer. He has his own. We see him in Pittsburgh a lot, Brandy. He said, Stephen and Brandy, hey, he says, hope you're both doing well. Looking forward to seeing you guys next month at Corks. Great. He's going to be at Corks.
That'll be a fun time.
So he will be there. We haven't talked about the Star Fox announcement, honestly, Bryce. I want more information, but I'll be honest, we don't do a lot of news stuff on this show. There's a lot of guys out there that have some good shows that, that do the news. We like to straddle the line, kind of do some different stuff. That's not against anybody that does news, so please don't take it that way. I've just done news so much when I did tech and broadcasting, and even when I did the Arcade 1-Up stuff. I just don't want to do news anymore. I feel like there's no reviewing knowledge. You wouldn't have half these people in here if we were just doing that. What's going on in Pittsburgh? Well, the PGX convention. We're going to talk about that in the next couple of episodes, what conventions we're going to be at, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
PGX, October 2nd through 4th. We're going to both be down there. We're going to both be in Cleveland. We're both going to be, I'm hoping Brandy can come up for GDEX. It'll be a third trip to Columbus. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's a lot of conventions that we'll be announcing. So it sounds like, Brandy, the consensus is, and I like that list, would be Sega Genesis, N64, PS2, and SNES. Those four. I agree. Are we all in agreement? So if anybody out there, if you watch this show coming and hoping to, Brandy, get an answer as to what you should start collecting first, I would say start with the Sega Genesis. Get yourself a membership to Video Games Monthly, because they'll find games that you probably can't find locally. I don't get any money off. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just saying if you want some help, there's services like that can help you if you can't find the stuff in your area, which is why I'm doing it. So
now, if you had to say like obscure consoles, what would you say?
Okay, before I say that, I mentioned Columbus 3 times, and Stephanie gives a frowny face.
I know, I was just cracking up.
So I might have got you in the doghouse on that one. Now say the question again.
All right, if you had to do like a complete obscure console, like they were talking about the Turbo Express or like Vectrex or Jaguar, like something that's like a little Neo Geo, like something that's like a little bit more oddball. What would you recommend?
TurboGrafx. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people like shmups because they're a lot easier in the sense of like they're more fun to get into. But what I like about the TurboGrafx and the Turbo Express is you can use the same game on either the handheld or the console. So, so I think for somebody starting out, if you want a console and a handheld, and you're not, blessed with deep pockets or you don't have a lot of money, I would say go with the TurboGrafx. Now, if you don't like TurboGrafx and you are a Sega fan, the Nomad is kind of pricey, just like the Turbo Express. It definitely both need an LCD upgrade. They both need to be recapped. But the Nomad is also a good choice for you to, if you have a Sega Genesis, Brandy, you can play your games. Now, I know they have ones for Super Nintendo like that too, but they're not officially licensed. Like I have one of them, the Superboy. That would be my third pick, the Superboy for the Super Nintendo. You can get it Like I found mine used at a pawn shop for like $30.
Yeah, I think I got mine at a game store.
You can get them. You can buy them full price for $200. And it also has an adapter to play NES. So I would suggest, Brandy, any one of those three that you can play the same game on both, either handheld or. What do you think?
I like the Vectrex. They're still coming out with new games for it. I just bought a new game, so I'm waiting for that to come in. So at some point, I swear I'm gonna have some pickups, and I'm gonna be making some videos on this stuff. But they did just make another Vectrex game in 2026. This console's like 40 some years old, and they're still coming out with new controllers. They have like a Super Nintendo controller for it as well that you can. It's like the same like sizing, and then a new game. They came out with new games last year. Just so much. A great console, kind of arcadey TV. Like it's like all in one type of thing. There's vector graphics. And they make a lot of fun homebrew games. So I like the Vectrex or the Turbo Graphics.
I tried to play it at Pittsburgh. I cannot get into the Vectrex. I'm sorry. To me, it's like playing Asteroids and on old like ColecoVision. Like it's not fun.
I love it. It just means that you're terrible at it and you suck.
No, it just like that was created a little bit before my time, but still, it's just like.
Really?
I'm just not a Vectrex person. But to be fair, I'm not an Atari person either. Like when I did that video on the 7800, like people were like, I think I said 5600 instead of 5800 or something like that. And I just like said in the chat room, like, look guys, I am not nostalgic about Atari. The only one I knew growing up was the Atari 2600, and that's because my dad had purchased it along with the Intellivision. That's what I had as a kid, and I only played it for like 2 or 3 months before he got us our first Nintendo Entertainment System Power Pad set. And we played that. We never touched the Atari after that. So I am not an Atari fan, but Vectrex, it just, I don't know. Somebody could give it to me, and honestly, if they give me one like complete in box and it was super, super clean, I'd probably say to you, Brandy, this would probably do you better than it does me. Would you want it for your collection? Because I have no nostalgia for it. I really don't. It would just be. I mean, if I'm being truthful, if somebody was going to give it to me, I would offer it up to somebody else that was collecting for it. It's just, I have no nostalgia for it.
I didn't grow up with it. It's way before my time.
I don't know about that.
I don't know something.
You're the one walking around with a cane, so I think there's a little bit of lies going on about who is the oldest here. You keep pointing the finger at me, but I'm starting to think it might be you, and I don't know. We might have to get Stephanie to call.
Lady never tells her age, okay? Lady never tells her age. I could be lying to all y'all. I could be much older.
You could be.
But
Atari Jaguar, I could play that. I wasn't nostalgic for it. I'll be honest. I bought it because it was rare, and I wanted to have the system because I never had it as a kid. I have no nostalgia whatsoever for it. Retro Show Vectrex is awesome. You need a flash cart for it. Let's see what over here in my chat room people are saying. Rob says he's waiting for a Vectrex Mini.
Same. Pre-ordered that.
Let's see. Drop acid to play the 2600. It's just 6 stick figures. He's not wrong. I mean, it's just not fun. Reggie says I sold my Vectrex years ago. A friend really wanted it, so I sold it, and that's how I would be honestly if somebody gave me one. I plan on getting another one, but only for the right price. Then I'll do a room tour. Let's see here. What else we got here? Yeah, and here's Daryl coming in with Gramps. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. When you see us in person, see who the Gramps and the Grandma really is. You know, the first convention that they all see us in person, and I'm walking around and I'm good, and you're walking around with a cane, and you have to sit down every few minutes. You know who's going to be called Grandma when we get back, and who's not going to be called Gramps.
No, we're all still going to team up because I'm going to bribe them with pizza. And they'll be on my side.
Yeah, sure.
See,
so Toilet Clogger says you're really 65, but the games keep you looking young.
Exactly. Over the hill.
Stephanie says, bruh, how many packages are you getting?
Don't mind your business, okay?
Oh, did you mention something about getting packages?
Yeah, because like she always like is listening on the podcast. And
listen, Stephanie, I tried to tell her she was out of control and she has a problem when she kept buying things on the couch. She didn't listen to me. I literally like kept saying, I'm like, does Stephanie know you're buying these? No. She will now.
Oh, like the Vectrex Mini I pre-ordered on Kickstarter. This was months ago, though. This was like before the holidays. This was like last year. I'm just waiting on it. It's a pre-order. And then like limited run games. I'm sure I have one or two of those pre-ordered last year or the year before. So they should arrive at any point, right? Isn't that how it works? Within a couple of years, you get
the Vectrex. How long ago did you pre-order that?
I don't know.
Well, I don't remember them having like a pre-order for it, but I there again, I wasn't paying attention to it either.
It was like a Kickstarter thing. They announced it, I think, at Portland Retro. It's a Portland Retro Gaming Expo or something. I think they had like it on display there, but I had pre-ordered it before then because it was Vectrex related, so I had to pre-order that. And then I ordered a Vectrex game that came out earlier this year at one of the conventions. It was at Midwest Gaming Classic. Sean Kelly, who does the Vectrex homebrews, he's like big in that community. He announced it, so of course I had to pre-order that. And then the Neo Geo AES Plus that came out, I had to pre-order that, and maybe just a couple others. But there's not that much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I'm not here next week, you guys know what happened.
She was canceled. She got canceled. Speaking of canceled, we got to get out of here before we
get canceled.
Before we get canceled, and I want to let everybody know there's another funny video at the end. You want to stick around for it because we're gonna have some other new ones sprinkled in. So don't leave. You know the drill. You know we have this funny videos at the end that you get to see. But Brandy, what is going on? I actually have a video to talk about, but I'm going to let you go first. Ladies first. What do we got coming out?
Yes. Oh, I got plenty of stuff coming. You guys don't want to miss out.
You're really going to get yourself into trouble. You keep saying that.
I know. I'm telling you, though, there's stuff on the way. As soon as it gets here, I have some fun stuff that I'm working on if I don't get in trouble first. So
So you got some videos coming. Guys,
yes.
Before we get to the video that I got coming out, hopefully this weekend, I have to edit it yet. I do have it recorded. We're going to remind you about the RetroWorks Party in the Past. If you guys are in Ohio or near Ohio, Salem, Ohio area on May 30th, we will be going down. Brandy will be coming up. We're going to be going down to this awesome location. We're going to have pizza. Yes, there's going to be pizza there. Andy assured us there's going to be pizza there, and we're going to get to go in and experience this awesome throwback to the 80s and the 90s cafe with some games. We're going to be playing some games, Brandy and I and others. We're going to play with you guys, against you guys in some of these games. And look at the carpet, man.
That looks like a ton of fun. Like, I love it. Like, the carpet is just jumping out at you. The stuff all over the walls, like how we used to hang up posters back in the day.
No,
all those TVs. So if you like the consoles, if you like the pinball machines, like that stuff's not cheap. And then that nice Nintendo tent arcade that they have, the double-sided, like,
yep,
that's really cool too. I mean, that's going to be a ton of fun. And there's pizza. So if you guys want to come on out,
yep,
whether you're going down, up, left, right, across the water, come on out, come see us. And, we're going to all have a good time there.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be down there. My family will be down with us. So it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll have, maybe Thomas will be there and Jared from Retro Gaming Pandemic. I'll have to talk to them this weekend when they come up to see.
That'll be fun.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Brandon and I are going to have a little fun. I actually am doing a video this week. Will be on the Famicom and the Famicom disc set. As a noob collecting this, Brandy, I am going have a video recorded where I'm going through the games that I have, and I want the people that are familiar with the console, you, yourself, anybody else, to suggest games that I should play, because I haven't played any of them yet. I've just been too extremely busy. Now I've got some time on my hands. I want to play these games. What should I play first? And if there's a game that's missing in the collection, which game should I get first? Like, obviously, there's hundreds of games. But if you were to suggest to me, you need this game for your collection, that's what I want you guys to let me know in the video. So it's going to be a fun little video that I'm putting together, just in a series of I guess videos on the Famicom disc set. That's something that you guys can help me build that collection with the games that you suggest. I think it'll be a lot of fun for both of us, right? For the audience and myself. And we will have, at the conventions that we're going to, we should have, we'll have a little bit of swag. We won't have a ton of swag, like the Game Master hat and the T-shirts. I got my black T-shirt the other day, Brandy, so I'm wearing mine. So hopefully we'll have some extra swag with us. If not, you can always get it online.
Yeah, I just ordered some more. I ordered magnets. I mean, there's only a few of them. Game Masters magnets. So they're
Cool.
like acrylic ones, so they're different than some of the others. And I do have like some other things too, like tons of keychains and stickers and all that stuff that we'll be giving out as well. And then obviously some other merch.
Yeah, and the only thing I will say, we do have to sell the hats and the shirts, and it's not because we want to. We give out the stickers. We just eat the cost. We give out all the keychains and the magnet, whatever. We have to sell the hats and shirts so we can buy more. And we sell it for cost. We are making nothing on the shirts, nothing on the hats. Like a hat like this, believe it or not, I paid $30 for it to get it.
Yeah, I think that's what they go for. Sometimes they get down a little bit.
Yeah, we try to find the sale.
Like once or twice a year.
Shirts are what, usually like $19 sometimes if we get lucky and they have a sale. Sometimes it's $25. But we pay for them just like everybody else, but we're not trying to make any money off anybody. So like if we sell you a shirt for $25, we take that $25, buy another shirt so somebody else can buy one.
Keep one on stock at all times.
That's what we try to do. So just so everybody knows, we're not making money off of this stuff. We try to be upfront.
Yeah. So just let us know if you guys want anything in particular.
Yep.
He also does the 3D prints.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have tons of perler beads and perler art. I've been knocking those out. Some fun coaster sets. Anyone like coaster sets? I've been painstakingly one at a time bead, putting those on there and putting them together. So if you guys want to see anything, cool or crazy, let us know and we'll make that stuff happen.
And if you have games that you just want to get rid of and you want to add it to my collection and you see a couple 3D prints that you'd like to get, message me. I'm happy to trade the value of the 3D print for some of the games. Like if you don't want to pay, that's fine. I've been doing it with a few other folks. So I'm totally okay with that. And we can do that. That's not a problem. So just message me on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever. But Brandy, let's get out of here. It's time. We will be back next week, same time, same channels.
Yeah, different topic. So we'll have to think of something fun and creative that everyone may or may not want to listen to.
Throw some topics in the chat room while you're watching the videos on the way out, and we'll take some screenshots so we can think about doing that. Remember, if you always want to listen to the podcast, you can listen to it on thegamemasters.podbean.com. We are in the process. We own thegamemasters.tv, and so we're in the process of either building a website, I'm just going to throw it out there, or we are going to forward it to the Podbean, so that way you guys can just go to the web address and it takes you. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we do own thegamemasters.tv. So that should give you a little bit of a hint of what we're doing at the upcoming conventions. You're going to start
making big things happen.
You're going to start seeing some things string along. You're going to be like, oh, that's why they did that. Oh, that's what they're doing. Oh, okay. Start paying attention. We're dropping little nuggets here and there.
Oh, it's getting wild. You guys should see it. I cannot wait. This is crazy.
Guys, Until next time, we appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week. Later.
Wonder how much more I can actually fit into this shower here. I feel like I have plenty of room to go ahead and put more stuff. Wait, why are you guys here? You guys aren't supposed to see this. I'm not doing anything in here. This isn't storage. You guys need to get out of here. Go. Go home. Go. Get out of here. Stop watching. You don't need to see anything in here.
Occupied. I said it's occupied. What are you guys doing? I gotta go. You gotta go. The show's over. Go. Go. I gotta go.